watch and burn.
Hey everybody, so tonight I want to talk about Nirvana's absolutely landmark 1991 album, and that is obviously enough, or perhaps not obviously enough anymore. That would be Nevermind. Now this record, this is one of those like atomic bomb albums that just like hit and it fucking shook the ground when it did. It was a Thursday night when I discovered Smells Like Teen Spirit. Now technically I had already been clued into Nirvana. One of my friend's older brothers had Bleach on vinyl and he allowed me to dub it, so I did. I listened to it a handful of times and I absolutely loved Negative Creep and Downer, but the rest of that record was garbage. So when Smells Like Teen Spirit launched and I saw the video for the first time, I didn't even put together that it was the same band, because Cobain had stepped up his songwriting so much from the first to second album over those past couple years that there's such a significant shift that I initially didn't even put together that that was the same band. It was a buddy of mine that was like, yo, you already know who these guys are. It's Nirvana. You know, so-and-so, his brother gave you their first one. And I was like, that's them? And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, but this doesn't suck. And of course, my friends all liked Bleach. Right after this came out, everybody got into Bleach. And all my friends were like, yo, where's that taped copy of Bleach that you have? And that thing got passed around. Like, wow, did that thing make the rounds? And everybody loved that record, mainly due to the strength of About a Girl and Love Buzz and Floyd the Barber. I hate that record. But yeah, so Thursday night, I just finished watching the Rocky Horror Picture Show for like the millionth time. And I just ejected the cassette, and I had it on Much Music, which at that point I think was channel 29, if memory serves. And Teresa Roncon was like, okay, here it is again, guys. We've been playing this nonstop. This is Nirvana. Smells Like Teen Spirit. And then the dun 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 dun, and it kicked in. And like every other kid or adult or every other person who likes this kind of music in the world, I was fucking transfixed. Like, I'm like the chicks in the Lords of Salem hearing the Lords theme, and they're all just kind of standing there staring at it. That's what I was like. And I imagine that's what everybody else was like, because that following, the next day at school, that Friday, everybody was like, holy shit, this Smells Like Teen Spirit thing is perfect. And then, of course, the record came out, and I think my favorite thing about this record is technically there's not a bad song on here. Even though I never really listen to this record anymore, and I find that from the grunge era, the only real record I ever find myself obsessively listening to is Hole's Live Through This. The ironically titled Live Through This. I listen to that a ton, but other than that, I don't really touch anything from the grunge bands. I used to love Nirvana, but I've over-listened to this record. I mean, the songs on here, I mean, Jesus Christ. Smells Like Teen Spirit, you got In Bloom, you got Breed, you got Lithium, you got Polly, you got Territorial Pissings, you got Lounge Act, you got Stay Away, Something in the Way, and then, of course, the hidden track, which is no longer hidden, Endless Nameless, which is absolutely amazing. And the fact that it had a hidden track on it almost made it kind of satanic, which of course couldn't be further from anything that Nirvana was going for, but nonetheless kind of made it feel a little satanic, which was kind of exciting too. Oh, and this record's got a hidden song on it. You know this shit is hardcore. And I mean, everything about this was perfect. The production was amazing, the bass was big, the drums were massive, and it was such a noticeable step up from what they were doing with Bleach. Like, two separate bands. I didn't even put together that I already knew who they were. So, yeah, this record's amazing. I don't touch it anymore, but this record's amazing. So I'm going to stop talking about this record. So, like always, thank you so much for hanging out with me while I discuss Nirvana's absolutely massive 1991 album, Nevermind. Like always, if you like this record or you like this review, don't forget to do something nice for somebody. But please don't forget that the world is actually a better place because you are in it. Like always, I'm going to go. Have a good night.